Indonesia has remarkably backflipping on a decision to release the elderly Islamic cleric who inspired the Bali bombings. President Joko Widodo said Abu Bakar Bashir, who was sentenced to 15 years in prison in 2011, must now renounce radicalism if he hopes to be freed from jail. The drastic change in approach comes less than a week after Mr Widodo said Bashir, 80, would be unconditionally freed, citing his age and poor health. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison was among those to support the change of heart, saying it's important to be mindful of the victims of the Bali bombings. Among conditions of his release, Mr Widodo says Bashir must formally renounce radicalism and sign an official document of his allegiance to Indonesia. Bashir, meanwhile, has insisted he only answers to God and that Indonesia should be governed by Islamic law. Share this article. Share. Abu Bakar Bashir is already old, and his health is also deteriorating. You can imagine if we as children see our parents sick, Widodo told reporters. However, we also have a legal system here. There are legal mechanisms that we must go through. This is parole, not pure release, but conditional release, so the conditions must be fulfilled first, he said. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison urged Indonesia's government to show respect to the Bali bombing victims, which included numerous Indonesians. "We don't want this character able to go out there and incite the killing of Australians and Indonesians, preaching a doctrine of hate," he said. Mr Morrison said he had personally delivered the Australian government's strong views about the matter to Jakarta. "It's their justice system and they run it, so there are calls they have to make there," he said. "Respect must be shown for the lives that were lost. And it's important that this character doesn't get the opportunity to spread and incite hatred." The 2002 Bali bombings killed 202 people, including 88 Australians.